From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, November 23rd. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. II. Michigan has continued to have the highest wave of cases all time during this pandemic. As of Saturday, the state averaged about 7,200 COVID-19 cases and 69 deaths over a 7-day period. Over 302,000 cases and about 8,500 deaths have been reported since the start of the pandemic. The State Health Department issued restrictions that went into effect Wednesday, but Governor Whitmer said in a press conference Thursday that more needs to be done.
Michigan and states across the country need more support to protect our families, frontline workers, and small businesses.
Whitmer said she sent a letter to state and federal government officials urging them to act.
Today, Democratic leader in the Senate, Jim Ananich, House Democratic leader Chris Gregg, and I sent a letter to Senator Mitch McConnell, Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senator Chuck Schumer, Representative Kevin McCarthy, urging them all to take swift action to pass a COVID-19 relief bill that meets the scale of this crisis.
The governor has also called on state Republicans to offer a plan to fight the pandemic, but full sessions of the House and Senate don't meet until after the deer hunting season. The State Board of Canvassers meet today and vote on whether to certify the voter tallies. Last Tuesday, the Wayne County Board initially split the vote along party lines in a 2-2 tie. The Republican members of the board say discrepancies in district voter tallies were the reason for their no votes. They were then subject to accusations of racism after Chairwoman Monica Palmer said she would certify the county's votes without Detroit. And by the end of the night, the Republican members switched their votes, certifying Wayne County's votes. Since then, the Republican canvassers have signed affidavits to rescind their votes to certify the election. And now, Norm Schrinkel, who was a Republican member on the 4-person Board of State Canvassers, has concerns about the voter tallies and is leaning towards seeking a delay in certification. For more information on COVID-19 and more, go to www.freep.com.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. The 2021 Ford F150 sets a new standard for pickups, and not just because of the 24-mile-a-gallon hybrid I just tested. The F-150, which has been America's best-selling vehicle for decades, is new from the ground up. It remains about the same size, though, so don't worry about having to expand your garage. There's no shortage of new features, though. The first headline is a hybrid that gets an impressive 24 miles a gallon in both city and highway driving. The hybrid is also the most powerful model, with 430 horsepower and a whopping 570 pounds of torque. That equates to confident acceleration and the ability to tow 12,400 pounds. Non-hybrids can tow up to 14,000. The F-150 has a big touchscreen and easy-to-use controls. It's also equipped to get over-the-air updates, just like your smartphone. One of those updates will make hands-free driving available next year. Some of the other improvements are so simple it's hard to believe nobody thought of them before, like flat folding seats for naps or whatever. The tailgate also has a built-in measuring stick, a smartphone holder, tie-downs, and even a bottle opener. The 2021 F-150 should be in dealerships before the end of the year.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, and a look back at Sunday's football folly. And, well, what can we really say about the Detroit Lions? They rolled into Charlotte yesterday against a Panthers team that didn't have its best player, Christian McCaffrey, or its starting quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. And sure, the Lions were without some key playmakers on offense. DeAndre Swift, Kenny Golladay, and Danny Amendola were all hurt. But you wouldn't think they would have a problem against quarterback P.J. Walker, who started this calendar year in the XFL, right? Think again. The Lions' offense was completely dormant as they lost in Charlotte 20-0. It was the first time since Matthew Stafford's rookie season, 2009, that the Lions were shut out. And he didn't even play that day. He did play yesterday, passing for just 178 yards. Of all the losses on Matt Patricia's resume, this one has to be the worst. And now They have to shake it off and get ready to host the Texans on Thanksgiving.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.